question. Here we are given two complex numbers, Z1 and Z2, right? And real of Z1, Z2. Multiplication is actually 0, and at the same time, real of Z1 plus Z2 equals to 0. Then which of these are possible? This is the question, right now?
Hmm.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay, cool. So then when you multiply two complex numbers, you will get a third complex number, right? Similarly, when you add two complex numbers, you will get a third complex number, right? Okay. Now let's say Z1 is x1 plus iy1, Z2 equals to x2 plus iy2. Z1, Z2. What is this? Real of Z1, Z2 equals to 0. What does that mean? What is real of Z1, Z2? This is x1 into x2 and minus y1 into y2. Agree? When you multiply this
Hmm.
is the real part, no? These two numbers when you multiply, this is the real part, right, Nama?
Yes, sir. Sir, but
Okay.
then isn't y1 and y2 imaginary part because it has I with it, yeah?
Okay, wait. So x1 plus iy1 into x2 plus iy2, right?
Yeah.
This is z1, z2. So if you multiply, what will happen? x1, x2 plus x1, y2, I, right? This into this into
Okay,
this,
sir, I
right?
get it now.
Plus x2, y1, I plus this one into this one. This is actually minus y1, y2, right?
Oh,
So
okay,
x1,
sir.
x2 minus y1, y2 is the real part. x1, y2 plus x2, y1 is the imaginary part, right? Now, the real of
Yes.
z1 equals to 0. That means what? x1, x2 minus y1, y2 should be equals to 0, right?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Similarly, real of z1 plus z2 equals to 0. That means x1 plus x2 should be equals to 0, right? Now, if x1 plus x2
Hmm.
equals to 0, what does that mean? Definitely these two should be of opposite sign. This is 2, this is minus 2, this is 4, this is minus 4, something like that, right?
Hmm.
If these two are opposite sign, automatically what does that mean? This is a negative number, right? Agree, ma? If these two are opposite signs, what does that mean? This one is a negative number. Let's say this is 2, this is minus 2, this is something like minus 4. This is 3, this is minus 3, this is something like minus 9, right? That means y1, y2 also has to be equal to minus 9, right? Then only this
Hmm.
difference is equal to 0. Agree, ma?
Yeah.
Okay. So if y1, y2, then this also is equal to minus 9. What does that mean? At least one of them is positive, one of them is negative, right? If y1,
Hmm.
y2 is definitely negative, that means one of them is positive, one of them is negative. That means what is y1? Imaginary of z1, y2 is imaginary of z2. So that means either this is negative and this is positive, or this is positive and this is negative. Agreed?
Agreed, sir.
Okay, so this is the correct answer. Okay, ma?
Okay, sir.
Which of the following are possible? One negative, another positive, or this positive, that negative. Okay, ma? Clear now?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. See here, A not equals to be two zero real numbers, two non-zero real numbers. Okay. The number of elements in this set, what is this set X? Z belongs to complex numbers such that real of A Z square plus B Z equals to A. Okay. A Z square plus B Z. A is a real number, B is a real number. A Z square plus B Z should be a complex number, right?
Yeah.
Z is a complex number, az square plus bz. So this will come something of, let's say, p plus iq. If you do all of this, az square plus bz, it will get something like this. Then real of this is equal to a. That means this p should be equal to a. Okay. So let's try. Let's assume that z is equal to some x plus iy. Okay. Then what does it mean? Az square. Real of az square plus bz. Then that means
Sir,
it
can you
should be
explain how you made that to P plus IQ? The A Z square plus B Z.
az square plus bz. So z square is some complex number, right? So if you
Yeah.
here az square plus bz, right? So what does that mean? You are taking some complex number, you are multiplying with it again, you are taking square of that and multiplying this with some number and adding with some other complex number. Ultimately, it will come into some other complex number, right? Agree, ma? See, if z is a complex number, z square is also a complex number, no?
Yeah.
Okay, so this you are adding, multiplying some complex numbers. So ultimately, it should be a simple complex number. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so now we assume z equals to x plus iy. Okay, so what is z square then? If z equals to x plus iy, tell me. If z is x plus iy, what is z square? X plus iy into x plus iy. What is this? X square minus y square, right? Plus 2xy into I, right? A square plus b square plus 2ab. That's what we have done. Okay, x square plus iy square. Iy whole square is minus y square. Okay, ma? Plus 2ab.
Okay, sir.
Agreed? Now, this is z square, right? Now, we want real of az square. Az square is a into this thing, right? Plus bz. That means b into x plus iy, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So, az square plus bz. So, what is the total real part? A into this one plus b into x. That should be equal to a. Understood? That's how we got this. Agree, Amma?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, so what
Sim
happens? So, sir, so 2xy won't be counted
because
because
this
it's
is not real
imaginary.
part. No, this is imaginary part. He's
Yeah.
asking about only real part.
Only real.
Real part equals to a. Imaginary part, we don't care. Okay?
Okay, sir.
If we expand this, you will get some real part plus some imaginary part, right? Now he
Yes,
is
sir.
saying real part of that expansion is A. Imaginary part we don't know. Similarly, real part of this expansion is B. Imaginary we don't know. Okay? Using
Sir,
this, we
sir,
are
here
getting.
z we should take as this thing x plus
Yes,
iy. Like we need to represent the this thing.
yes, Z we take X plus IY. That is just for our convenience. Okay? So when you say rational
Okay.
number, you will take in the form of P by Q, right? If let someone says X is a rational number, we will directly take X equals to P by Q, right?
Yes, sir.
Something like this, right? So similarly here, if z is a complex number, we will take x plus iy. Okay, ma?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so real of az square plus bz equals to a, this condition we have got, right? Similarly with this, another condition you will get, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so so what is it that they are asking? Number of elements in the set x. Okay, in the set x means how many possible x and y's are possible, right? Set as x has got
Yeah.
z. So how many x and y's are possible which will satisfy this condition and this condition, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what does that mean? Using these two conditions, we should get some condition on x and y. Okay.
Hmm.
Some condition on x and y, and we should see how many x and y's are possible. Okay. Agreed.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So now we'll take these two conditions, we'll subtract one from the other. Okay. So if you subtract this from this, then what you are getting this one. Okay.
Okay, sir.
This from this, which automatically means this. You are cancelling this a minus b, b minus c, a minus b. You are getting this, right? But here, this one can be satisfied by infinite numbers of x and y. Okay, there is no limit, right? So what does it mean? X square minus x minus 1 equals to y square, right? You can always choose some random x, right? Let's say if you choose x as 4, then 16 minus 4 minus 1, right? That becomes what?
Hmm.
11. Y equals to plus or minus root 11 you can take, right?
Yeah.
Okay, if you choose some other number x as 10, you will get some other 2 y's. So there are actually infinite number of solutions, okay? Okay,
Okay, sir.
so here that means he did not give some other restriction. He should have given some other restriction on x greater than x less than this thing or y greater than this thing something. Okay, so this
Sir,
question there
what's
was some
the point in subtraction at the end?
what ma?
We subtracted 2 minus 1, yeah.
Yes, yes.
What are we trying to like get from that?
No, we have two conditions, right?
Yeah.
As per this, we have two conditions, right? Okay,
Yes, sir.
so what is it that we are looking for? How many such x plus iys are possible, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so what does this mean? We have a condition here, we have a condition here. Together, we want to figure out what is the relation between x and y, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so understood, no?
Hmm.
So then, what is the relation between x and y? How will you find? So, for example, if you are told that y equals to 2x plus 3, y equals to 7x plus 5, okay? We
Okay.
subtract these two. Why? To figure out what is x and y, right? So
Yes, sir.
similarly
Yes,
here
sir.
also we have two equations in the x and y, right? we are trying to figure
Yes,
out if
sir.
we solve this, will you get any solution? Okay,
Okay, sir.
understood. But
Sir,
here
so
we realize,
for getting relation instead of subtracting, can we get them by adding them also?
yes, you can try. You can do whatever you want. Okay,
Okay, sir.
whichever way you can do, but you have to get some relation. Okay, some relation.
Okay, sir.
So in this case, because x square minus y square we can easily remove, right? If we subtract.
Yeah.
Okay, or you try adding them also. That also it doesn't matter, right? So then x
Okay,
square
sir.
minus y square into a plus b, right? Plus x into a plus b equals to a plus b, right? This means x square minus y square plus x equals to 1, right? That's what only know.
Yes, sir.
Or x square plus x minus 1 equals to y square. Here also you have infinite solutions, right?
Yeah. Yes, sir. We have
Agreed.
infinite.
So it doesn't matter what you do. You have to try to get some relation between x square and y square, right? Either
Yes, sir.
either a plus b, a plus b, a plus b should not be equal to 0, right? Is a plus b is not equals to 0, and if then we can actually cancel out this. Okay, then what you are left with x square minus y square plus a plus b equals to a plus b. Okay, ma?
Okay, sir.
Understood now? Okay. See here. Now here there is some complex number. This is a complex number, right?
Yeah.
This is another complex number, right?
Yes.
Okay. Some complex number by another complex number. That is purely imaginary, right? That is what he is
Yes,
saying.
sir.
Okay. So just remember, like in real numbers. Okay, 2 is a real number, 3 is a real number, 2 by 3 is a real number, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so 1 is a real number, 2 is 4 is a real number, 1 by 4 is a real number, which we'll call it again as 0.25, right? Different ways of depicting. So this plus this by this, we can always represent it as some other x plus iy, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Agreed. This by this is again a complex number. We can always represent it as x plus iy. Okay. So what we are trying
Okay,
to do
sir.
is first we are trying to get this in this format because we have two eyes, right? We don't want two eyes. We want only one eye. Okay. We want to first figure out what exactly is this complex number in our regular notation. Okay, if you get into
Yeah.
your regular notation, if it is purely imaginary, that means this x will be 0. Here we don't know what exactly is 0. Okay,
Okay, sir.
we want to get this into our regular notation of x plus iy so that we can say if it is purely imaginary, that means x equals to 0. Agree, Amma? So what will
Agreed,
we
sir.
do? Now,
So divide numerator and denominator by half.
we divide numerator and denominator by
Half.
then okay, then what will happen? Then you will get 1
Oh,
by
sir.
2
No, it's
plus.
not possible
It's
because
not
the
possible, no?
denominator will become half
So,
I.
so right, it is not possible. So the method here is to convert this by this to a complex number. What you will do? We will multiply this with its conjugate. Okay? Why? Understood? Like this.
Yes, sir.
Okay?
Yes, sir.
You remember this, no?
Hmm.
Okay, so there is a typo here. This is 1 plus I sine theta. Okay. If you multiply with its conjugate, what will happen? At least denominator will be free of I. Right. A plus b into a minus b,
Yeah.
a square minus b square. Denominator will be free of I, and numerator also there will be numerator will get converted into x plus iy. Agree, ma?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now of this we have converted to x plus iy. X is coming out to be this. Okay. If I
Okay,
Okay,
sir.
multiply
sir.
this, what is the real part? 1 into 1, 1 square, and 2 I sin theta into I sin theta. This is minus 2 sin square. Okay, ma? This should be equal
Okay,
to
sir.
0. That means sin square theta equals to 1 by 2, sin theta equals to plus or minus 1 by root 2. Agreed?
Hmm. Yes, sir.
Okay. And between 0 to 2 pi, what all values will satisfy this? 1 by root 2. Okay. Sin theta could be 45, 180 minus 45, 180 plus 45, or this one, 360 minus 45. All these four angles are valid, right?
Yes, sir.
What are these four angles? Pi by 4, 3 pi by 4. That is this whole angle, 3 pi by 4, or 5 pi by 4, or 7 pi by 4.
7 pi by 4.
4. Okay, these four angles are the valid angles between 0 and 2 pi. That's why the sum of them is actually 4 pi. Easy only, no?
Oh, yeah, it's easy, sir.
Easy only, no? So all of these are
Yes,
easy
sir.
only. All are mains questions only.
Okay, sir.
Okay, all of
Okay,
these are
sir.
Hindi. So what we have done in all of this, we assume Z as some x plus iy. In this case, we assume Z as x plus iy. Here also Z as x plus iy, right? Okay,
Yes, sir.
so this
Sir,
this one,
ZS?
x
X
plus
plus
iy,
IV.
x plus iy, this one. Okay, ma?
Yeah,
This one, just you do it yourself and tell me whether you are getting 4 pi or not. This conjugate
sure, sir.
Sure,
multiplication,
sir.
multiplying with this conjugate and gathering the real part.
But
Okay,
what's the question?
this one, this one. Convert basically Z1 by Z2, we have to convert into Z3. Okay, we don't want
Okay,
complex
sir.
by complex. We want to have a simple complex number, right? So that we
Yeah.
can figure out what is the real part, what is the imaginary part. In this thing, it is not
Yes,
clear
sir.
what is the real part, what is the imaginary part. Okay.
Sir, because it's purely imaginary, we're equating the real part with zero.
Right, exactly. If it was purely real, we would have
Okay,
equated imaginary part to zero.
okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, I got the answer.
Got it now?
Yes,
Shreyas, you
sir.
also got it, Nama?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. See here. Now, here there is some complex number and some condition on this complex number. Okay. What is that condition? If you do this with this complex number, you should get purely imaginary, right?
Yeah.
Okay, there is some condition, and we are given some other condition on this complex number. What is this condition? X plus y square equals to 0. Agreed. So that means this
Yes, sir.
complex number should be of the form if y is 2, then minus 4 plus 2i, something like this, right?
Hmm.
This complex is number on minus 9 plus 3i, this kind of complex number, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, with this complex number, there is an additional condition. What is that condition? This one is purely imaginary. That means if you put this real part is actually equal to 0. So in place of z, we will put x plus iy, right? 2 into x plus iy minus
Yeah.
3i. That has become this. Okay. Similarly, 2z plus
Okay.
I, this has become this. Now, what do? We want to convert this complex by complex to a simple a plus ib kind of format, right?
Yes, sir.
That's why we'll multiply this with its conjugate, and then we'll take up the real part. Real part, this is purely imaginary. What does that mean? Real part should be equal to 0, right?
Yeah.
We have taken out the real part equals to 0. This is one condition, and this is another condition, right? We are getting two conditions. Using these conditions, we will figure out what exactly is this. Okay, this condition and this condition, we substitute one of this in the other and figure out what is this. We are getting out it as 3 by 4. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, easy only, no? Just try this and tell me you are getting this 3 by 4 or not.
Sure.
Little bit of algebraic manipulation only, nothing else.
Sir, so after substituting, what do we do?
That's it.
Like
These
we
two
add them,
equations are
yeah?
there, no? These two equations are there, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In place of y square, you put x, or in place of x square, you put y power 4, right? That's it.
Oh,
In place
yes,
of
sir.
x square, you put y power 4.
Okay,
Okay.
sir.
In this, and then simplify this, you should get this one.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Just try this. Tell me you are getting this answer or not. 3 by 4.
Sir,
Yes, ma. Got it, huh?
sir, can you
Yes,
show
sir.
the
Got it,
part?
sir.
Sir, can you show how to simplify 2x plus 2y minus 3 into I into 2x minus 2y plus 1 into I?
Which one?
Like,
This part?
Yes, sir. Like the
This part,
multiplication.
this
I'm
part
confused how to
we want to take
multiply.
only the real part. Now, see, where do we get real part? Either you do real into real or imaginary into imaginary, right? So 2x into
Yes, sir.
2x is 4x
So
square.
real into real, 4x square. How to do
And
imaginary?
imaginary into imaginary, right? What is that one? I square equals to minus 1. This minus and this minus will become plus. Plus of 2y minus 3 into 2y plus 1. Agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Sir,
what
yeah,
will
I got
this
it, sir.
this one will just expand, right? 4y square
Yeah.
minus 2y plus 6y, which is again 4y, right?
Minus plus 4y square minus 4y minus 3 equal to 0.
Plus
And
y
then
square
take 3
minus
to the
4y.
other
Yeah,
side.
this is minus 4y and minus 3, right? That
Yes,
is
sir.
this one. Okay. And
Yes, sir.
4x square. What will this become? X is minus y square, right? 4x square
4y
is 4y
the
power
whole
4.
power 4.
Okay.
Sir,
Got it
equal
now?
to 0.
This equals to 0, right?
Sir, and then we get 3 to the other side. We
3
get
to the other
y
side and divide it by 4. Okay.
square
Got it
minus
now?
y by 4.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now here, again, similar problem. Again, here also almost same, right? Probably
Yeah.
different shifts or something in 2023. Okay. Now, again, we will put z in x plus I in place of z. And this is completely real. What does that mean? Imaginary. This point, this time we will pick imaginary part. Imaginary part should
Hmm.
be equal to 0, right? That means this part should be equal to 0. Okay. Now he is saying
Okay,
which
sir.
of the following is not correct. Okay. Will you try this?
Yes, sir.
Just try this now. 2 minutes. You have to equate imaginary part to 0. Okay. Imaginary part to 0 and you will get some condition. Okay. And in that condition, which of this following is not fitting?
Yes, sir.
Grandma?
Yes.
Not yet, sir. Sir, can you show the answer?
X equals to 0 and y should not be equals to minus half.
Okay, sir, you can change it.
Got it now?
Yes, sir, I
Yes,
got
sir.
it.
Got it.
So x equals to 0 is a solution, right? So this is valid. Okay. And y should not be equal to minus half, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay. So y should not be equal to minus half, right?
Yes, sir.
So this is consistent. This is consistent. And I think this is also consistent, right? X equals to 0, y should not be equal to y plus y square should not be equal to minus 1 by 4, right? This is not consistent, right? Y cannot be minus half, right? Because then this denominator itself will become 0. Okay, ma?
Okay, sir.
Okay.
Sir, so the answer is option 3.
Answer is option 3. This is not valid. Remaining all valid. Okay. Which is not correct. These three are consistent, right?
Hmm. Sir,
Agree,
so if
ma?
minus half was in square bracket, then it would be correct.
Minus half was in square bracket. So I think no. Next cannot. Then this also would be wrong, no? Minus half is in square bracket. If it was like this, what does that mean? Y could be equal to minus half, but which is wrong, right? Y cannot be equal to minus half, right? No.
Oh, okay, sir.
So
Yes,
here
sir.
Right,
is
sir.
here he is excluding minus half only. He's taking everything. He's saying what is he saying? Y is everything except minus half. Right. That
Oh,
is what we
okay,
wanted.
sir.
We wanted to say, right? If you include square bracket, then that becomes wrong. Okay, ma?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay. Cool. This one. A is a complex number. Okay. Small a is a complex number. Capital is a set of complex numbers. Right. Capital is set of z such that real of a plus z complement and is greater than imaginary of a complement plus z. Okay. A is a complex number and set A is set of some complex numbers. Okay. Set B is also similarly some set of complex numbers. Okay. Agree, Amma?
Agreed, sir.
Okay. So now this Z should satisfy this condition. Okay. This Z, if it satisfies this condition, then that will be such Z will belong to A. Similarly, if this Z satisfies this condition, all such Z will belong to B. Okay, ma? So what are these conditions? If we take A as x1 plus I1 and Z as x plus I this condition will translate to this. Okay?
Okay, sir.
And again, this condition will translate to something like this. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Agreed. Now what exactly is he saying? If these conditions are satisfied, right?
Yes, sir.
If this condition is satisfied, then then this set S1 will contain all real numbers. Okay, that's what he's saying. If this condition is satisfied, this set S1 will contain all real numbers. Agreed? So,
Agreed, sir.
what does that mean if we are trying to, if we can prove some real number which is not part of this set? Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So, if we show some real number which is not part of this set, then that means S1 is wrong, right?
Yes, sir.
Agreed. So, what is it trying to show? X1, what he's calling A as 3 plus 5i. We can take any random example, right? And Z as minus 8 plus minus 8 plus 0. Okay? Okay. So this one x1 plus y1 imaginary of a dash, that is, this is minus y1, right?
Hmm.
Agree, Amma?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So if we substitute here, let's try to substitute x1 plus x, which is what? X1 plus x is minus 5, right?
Sir, are there zero? Did we take it randomly?
No, we can choose any, whichever you choose. So the idea is to disprove this statement, okay? If
Okay, sir.
if this condition is satisfied, this and if this condition is satisfied, then Z will contain all real numbers. That's what he is saying. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, sir.
Okay, we are trying to disprove this statement that there is a real number where this condition is not satisfied. Okay, ma? Agreed.
Agreed, sir.
Okay, x1 plus x, what will this become? 3 plus minus 8, which is equal to minus 5. Minus 5 is greater than y1 plus y. What is y1 plus y? Is greater than this thing. Minus y1. Minus 5 greater than minus 5, which is not possible, right? So you can choose any random one. Okay. So what is it trying to say? Then there is a real number which is not falling in this. Okay. Understood? Is this clear, ma?
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is saying? What is trying to say is, if real of a and imaginary of a is greater than 0. Okay. Okay. If real of a and imaginary of a equals to 0, then this z, whatever we are figuring out this z, no? This z is set of all real numbers. That's what he's saying. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So for example, let's say a is equals to 3 plus 5i. Okay? Real greater than 0, imaginary greater than 0. This condition is satisfied, right?
Hmm.
Agreed. If this
Yes, sir.
condition is satisfied, then what is saying, this A set should contain all real numbers. Agreed? Okay. What does that mean? This A set should satisfy this relation always. Agreed? All real numbers should satisfy this relation, right? That means 3 plus x should be greater than minus y1 plus 5, right? Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Okay, and he's saying this is all real numbers. What does that mean? Obviously, this one should be 0. Sorry, this is x1 plus iy1. Okay,
Hmm.
x1 is, we are taking as 3 plus I 5i, right? This is x1 plus
Yes, sir.
iy1, right? Okay, so then what does that mean? 3 plus x should be greater than minus 5 plus y, right? Agreed, ma?
Agreed, sir.
Okay, so what does that mean? And this y has to be 0, right?
Yes, sir.
This y has to be 0 because that is what he is saying, right? All real numbers. Okay, if y is 0, then also we will be able to figure out some x where this condition is not satisfied, right? Understood, no? Basically,
Yes, sir.
we are trying to take some example of a, okay, using this condition, and trying to figure out some z which will not fall in this. Okay,
Okay,
agree,
sir.
Amma? So similarly, this one also. Okay, okay. Next one. So z is again some complex number. Z complement equals to this thing. Okay. So this is z is x plus iy. This is x minus iy, and this all will get simplified to some a plus ib kind of thing. Agree?
Agreed, sir.
Agree more? So this is x
Hmm.
plus iy whole square and real of z complement, which is again x. So if you simplify all of this, this you will get in the form of a plus ib. Now this equals to this, two complex numbers, one equals to another. What does that mean? Real equals to real, imaginary equals to imaginary. Right? This is this is in terms of x and y. This is also in terms of x and y. We'll equate real equals to real, imaginary equals to imaginary, and you will get two equations and solve what is x, what is y. Understood?
Yes, sir.
Clear now? X plus iy, z complement is x minus iy, and I into z square plus real of z complement. This z square is x square minus y square plus 2xyi. Real of z complement is x. We'll gather real, all the real parts. What are the real parts here? I into 2xy, right? This is 2xy is the real part. This, right? I into
Yeah.
2xyi, which is equal to minus 2xy. That this here, left side real part is this. This real part equals to this real part. Similarly, imaginary part, left side is minus y. Here, imaginary part is x square minus y square plus x, right? X square minus y square
Yeah.
plus x. Okay, these two
Yes, sir.
equations will simultaneously solve and figure out what exactly is x, what exactly is y. Okay, x equals to 2xy. That means either x is straight away 0, right? Or if x is not equal to 0, y equals to minus half, right? X
Yes,
is
sir.
either 0 or from first equation, if x is not 0, y equals to minus half. Okay, now if we take x
Okay,
equals
sir.
to 0, then we will get these two solutions, right?
Sir,
From the
here
second
x equal to
equations.
0 we take randomly again.
What ma?
Sir, here we take x equal to 0. Is it like randomly?
No, 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 no. See, x equals to minus 2xy. What does this mean? When is this valid? When is this valid? Okay, how do you solve this equation? One is you will cancel out x and x, right?
Yeah, yeah, we do it.
Okay, when you cancel out x and x, you will call it y equals to minus half, right? Right.
Yeah.
But when you are
Yes, sir.
cancelling x and x, what exactly does that mean? X equals to minus 2xy. When you are cancelling x and x, when you are cancelling x and x, that automatically means x is not equal to 0, right? X equals to minus 2xy, right?
Yeah.
When you are cancelling x, that automatically means, because cancelling x means that is dividing by x on both sides, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cancelling x means what? Dividing by x on both sides. But when x equals to 0, you cannot cancel, right? So for example, what I am trying to say is 0 into 1 equals to 0 into 4, right? That doesn't mean 1 equals to 4, no?
Yeah.
You can
We
cancel
cannot take it.
as long as that x is not equals to 0, right? If it is 0, it doesn't
Yeah.
work. Okay, ma?
Okay, sir.
So what we are saying, either x equals to 0 or y equals to minus half from this equation. Okay. Now we substitute
Okay,
x
sir. So
equals
it
to
can
0
be
in the
any of
second.
the possible cases.
What more? We
It
have two
can be anything.
possibilities. Either when x equals to 0, y could be anything. Right. This we'll figure out from
Yeah.
here. So from x equal to 0, if you substitute here, this becomes minus y equals to y square. Minus y square. That means y equals to y square. y equals to y square, that means y can be either 0 or 1, nothing else, right?
Yeah.
And y equals to minus half. Okay, y equals to minus half, we'll substitute again here. Minus half is plus half, right? Plus half equals to minus half, half square, which is 1 by 4, plus x square plus x. Okay? If we simplify this, this becomes a quadratic equation and figure out what are the roots. We are getting two roots here. Okay? X equals to 0, you are getting y 0 and 1. And y equals to half, you are getting x half and minus 3 by 2. Okay? So that means 0
Okay.
plus 0 is one solution. 0 plus I is another solution. Right? And here, half plus minus half is third solution. And minus 3 by 2 minus half is the fourth solution. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay, now what is he asking? He's asking us to add all the magnitudes of these four solutions. Magnitude you know, right? X square plus y square. This is 0, this is 1, half square plus half square, 3 by 2 square plus 1 by 2 square. Square root of all. So all of this you have to add. Understood, no?
Yes, sir.
Okay? Uh, you'll be able to do, Nama?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So,
Yes, sir.
here, again, real of this. Okay, this is the set of real of all these numbers. Okay, this is some complex number by some complex number. Real of all of this, probably you will get numbers like 10, 20, 40, whatever. Okay, this set is set of all such real numbers which are possible with this. Okay,
Okay, sir.
now this all set of these real numbers are lying between alpha and beta is what he is saying. Okay, we have to figure out what is this alpha, what is this beta. Agree, Emma?
Agreed, sir.
Okay, we should get some real numbers, right? Some 20, 30, and now 49, whatever. Something like this. What exactly are those real numbers is what we have to figure out. Now, one more hint we are given is real of z equals to 3. Okay? So, this time z, instead of taking x plus iy, we can actually take as 3 plus
3
iy,
plus
right?
5.
Agree, no?
Yeah.
Because real is anyway 3. Now if you substitute this 3 plus iy in this, we will get equation in terms of y only. Because there is no x, right?
Yeah.
If you substitute 3 plus iy in this and simplify this, you will get equation in terms of y only. Okay? In this
Okay, sir.
equation, you take the real part, and real part you are getting as this. Okay? Agreed.
Yes, sir.
Real part you are getting as this. Now what we have to find is this real part, this real part, what all values it can take. This is the real part. Okay? We are getting this as the real part. Now, tell me one thing, in your first year, have you done these kind of problems? Y equals to, let's say, 2x square plus 4x plus 10 by 7x square plus 8x minus 1, these kind of problems. What is the range of y? Basically, quadratic by quadratic. If I are given this form, what exactly is the range of y?
Sir, in JEE we did few sums, but then like
In
in
in board,
CBSE we didn't.
in board, is it there for you or not? This kind of problem. Basically, quadratic by quadratic. Quadratic will have certain
No, sir,
range.
we didn't have that in. No, sir, we
Okay,
didn't have
so
that.
this is actually quadratic by quadratic. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay, so I'll tell the detailed process later then. For now, you just this is a simpler version because it is just 1 plus y square. Okay, what is he doing?
Okay.
He is actually 9 minus y square. He is writing it as 10 minus 1 plus y square. So this simplified to this. Okay, ma? 1 by 8
Okay, sir.
got it outside. Now observe this carefully. 1 plus y square is always positive and always greater than or equal to 1, right? Because y square is positive. Adding some positive number to 1, right? What does that mean?
Yeah.
This means this is some number like this set of numbers 1, 1.5, 2, 4.5, these are numbers, right?
Yeah.
The minimum is 0. And if you invert them, reciprocal of them, this should be highest should be 1, right? Then 0.5,
Hmm.
0.3, 0.1 like this, right?
And then up to zero.
Up to 0, right? But 0 this time is open bracket, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now? Okay, 1 by
Okay.
1 plus y square will lie between 0 and 1. That means 10 by 1 plus y square will lie between 0 and 10, and minus 1 will lie between, right? It is between 0 and
Yeah.
10. right? 0 and 10. Minus 1 should lie between minus 1 and 9, right? Agreed.
Yes,
So
sir.
there is 1 by 8, so it should lie between minus 1 by 8 and 9 by 8. Understood? This is our alpha and beta. Alpha is 1 by 8 minus 1 by 8 and beta is 9 by 8, and then you will be able to do this. Okay?
Sir,
Understood?
can
Little
you
bit
come back
lengthy
again? How
question.
you got minus 1 by 8 and 9 by 8? That part.
This one. See, we have to figure out what is the range of this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay, 1 plus y square is between 1 and infinity. That means 1 by 1 plus y square will be lying between 0 and 1, right?
Yeah.
That means 10 times of 1 by y square will lie between 0 and 10, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so then that means this entire part minus 1 will lie between minus 1 and 9, right? Right.
Sir, how like that?
Got it?
Sir, how is it like that?
Okay, see, 1 by 1 plus y square is lying between how much? 0 and
Sir,
1, right?
0 and 1. And then 10
Okay,
is 0 to 10.
10 is 0 to 10, right?
Yeah.
If you do minus 1 here, you will do minus 1 here also, right? Minus 1 and 9,
Oh, okay, sir.
right?
I get it now.
Then if you multiply with 1 by 8, you will multiply this also with 1 by 8, right? Minus 1 by 8 to 9 by 8. Okay?
Yes, sir.
So this is our alpha beta. Understood now?
Yeah.
Okay. Just try this little bit lengthy and take 2 minutes and try to finish this.
Okay, sir.
Okay, I think you should get this answer. Okay. Try this and tell me what exactly is the answer. Meanwhile, I will also check what exactly is the answer. Okay?
Sure, sir.
Straight clear number?
Yes, sir. Clear.
These are easy only, no? Complex numbers?
Yes, sir. The
Sir,
reason.
fine.
Easy only, no?
Sir,
Yes, ma. Got it, huh?
sir, I'm getting the denominator as 9 minus 8 but then out there it's 8 minus 8
9 minus 8 I, yeah?
Yes, sir. I don't know why.
Z equals to this one. How are you getting minus 3 into minus 3 is minus 9. And 5 into 3 is 15. 15 minus 6. 15 minus 9 is 6. 6 plus 2 is 8 only, no? Just check. 5 3 is 15. Minus 3 into minus 3 is minus 9. 15
Oh,
plus.
sir, that's two. Sir, I took
Oh,
two as sets, sir.
okay, okay. Okay. This is 2.
Yes, sir.
So in your PYQ book, no? Just check. There should be around some 100 problems which are coming from this, which have come from
Yes,
this
sir.
chapter. Okay.
Yes,
And
sir.
if you finish all of this, these questions, no? Next year when you write means, so you don't need to worry about this chapter. You will be easily be able to handle all any question that they give. Mostly you will get similar question only.
Okay, sir.
Okay. So 100 around 100 120 questions should be there. And it's not hard also. Daily 15 20 questions if you do within a week you should be able to finish.
Yes, sir.
You guys are planning to visit India anytime soon, ma?
Sir, I'm coming in July, sir. July
Oh, nice.
17th.
Oh, okay. After your exams, you'll come here.
Sir, not like directly after exams, like
Sir,
after
a
college
little
starts.
bit more time and then we come, sir. Like I'm coming on July 17th.
Oh, nice.
Sir, I'm also
So,
coming on same date.
oh, is it? You have holidays or what?
Yes, sir. Sir, what?
You have holidays in July?
Yes, sir. It's summer vacation actually for us.
Oh, how long?
Sir, like 2 months.
Oh, fantastic. That is, so then July and August.
Yes, sir.
Oh, that is wonderful then. Then 2 months you'll stay in India or you'll go back?
Sir, I don't know when I'm returning, but then I'm coming late actually
Oh, okay,
because
okay.
like
And
because I
you'll
have tuition.
you'll stay in Vijayawada only?
Yes, sir. I'll stay in Vijayawada itself.
Oh, then wonderful. And then you can come directly only then.
Sure, sir.
Good. And Hrithik, Shreyas, what about you, ma? Where do you stay?
Sir, I live in Kakinada, sir.
Oh, you'll go to Kakinada.
Yeah, and I'm coming on July 17th, sir.
Okay, okay, nice, nice.
Then I think going back by September 2nd.
Oh, wonderful. So you're almost staying here. 1 month you'll stay here
Yeah,
only.
yeah.
Oh,
Not mostly, but yeah, a little bit. I would
yes, that
say.
is good. That is good. Then I think you can also visit Vijayawada once.
Yes, sir. I'll come this time. I'll come to meet
Good.
Ritik also. So.
Yes, you can meet.
Sir, it's only like half an hour distance from
Yeah,
my
yeah.
house to
So
your house. Not
yours
that
is like
much.
pretty close.
Yes, sir.
Half an hour only.
Yeah. Sir, by the way, I got this answer.
You done this?
Yes, sir. The answer is 30.
30. Wonderful, wonderful. Shares you also got number?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I think this is I think repeat question. We have done this, no? We have done this. Okay. This one. See, this one, there are two ways. Either you take x plus iy and z square is x square minus y square plus 2xyi plus iz, z complement, right? Again, real equals to 0. This one should be equal to 0. What does that mean? Real should be 0, imaginary should be 0, right? We will get two equations in x and y. And if you solve both, I think you will get x as root 3 by 2 and y as 1 by root 2, whatever, something like that. Y as 1 by 2. Okay. And then x square plus y square, you will get it as 1. Okay, that is one solution. Understood now what I am trying to say?
Yes, sir.
Agree? Okay, so you'll get a big equation with real part and imaginary part, right?
Yeah.
You'll get a simple complex number with real and imaginary. Real should be 0, imaginary should be 0. Two equations, two unknowns. You'll solve both. You'll figure out what is x, what is y, and figure out what is x square plus y square. That is one solution. Or otherwise, we have a little shorter solution. What
So
exactly
you're
is?
saying we should equate both of them to 0.
Yes, yes. A complex number equals to 0. This is a complex number. That should be 0 means what? X plus iy is 0. What does that mean? It means x equals to 0, y equals to 0. Right?
Yeah.
Both have to
Yes, sir.
be 0 together. Okay? So there will be one equation, one expression here and some expression here. This should be 0. This is expression in terms of x and y. Right? For example, 2xy plus 4x square, something like this. Here also some expression in terms of x and y, right? Both should be zeros, two equations, two unknowns, you'll solve. Okay? That is one method.
Okay, sir.
Or otherwise, z square equals to minus iz complement, right? If
Yeah.
this is again a complex number, this is a complex number. If two complex numbers are equal, obviously their magnitudes also will be equal, right? So mod of z square should be equal to mod of this. Agreed?
Yes, sir.
Agreed. And mod
Yeah.
of minus z is equals to mod of z also. This also you know. That's why we are removing this minus. Agreed?
Yeah.
Agreed? And we know
Yes, sir.
mod of z1, z2 is mod z1, mod z2. Right? This property you know, right?
Yes, sir.
Agreed. So what does that mean? This means mod I into mod z1, z complement. Mod I is anyway 1. This means 1 into z complement. But mod of z equals to mod of z complement. That means this is equal to z. Agreed?
Okay, sir.
Ultimately, we have got this one. Okay. Right. What does that mean? And we also know mod of z1, z2. That means mod of z into z should be equal to mod z into mod z. Right. Which is equal to mod z whole square. Right. So essentially what we
Yes.
have got, mod z is a real number, right? Some
Yes,
real
sir.
number square, we call it some x square equals to x. What does that mean? X is either 0 or 1, right?
Yeah.
Right. So that means mod z is either 0 or 1. That's it. And he's saying xy is not equal to 0. Xy is not equal to 0, right? That
Yeah.
means
So that automatically it
that
becomes
means
1.
this one we have to ignore, right?
Hmm.
Okay, we'll take this one. Okay, ma?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so this is the correct answer. Understood. Now,
Understood.
similar question, right? Z square plus z equals to 0. Again, equation. You will write this equation, right? Z square is this one. and mod z is this one. This is equals to 0, right? And understood, no? This is equals to 0 means the real part is 0, imaginary part is 0, right?
So can you recap how mod z becomes root of x square plus y square?
Mod z is root of x square plus y square only, no?
So it's like general expression.
No, mod z means what? Mod z means magnitude of z. So this is, let's say z is 2 plus 3i, right? That means what? Z
Yeah,
is this point, 2 comma 3. Mod z means what? The distance from origin to this one. Okay,
yeah.
magnitude of z. By definition, it means what is this distance? It should be this 2 square plus this 3 square. Okay,
Okay, sir.
understood. So you are getting this one should be equal to this means real equals to 0. This is real equals to 0. This is imaginary equals to 0. Two equations, two unknowns. Okay, we'll solve both and
Okay,
figure out what exactly is x, what exactly is y. Okay, you'll
okay,
you'll get all the roots and what exactly is saying alpha and beta are the sum and product of the non-zero roots. Okay, you are getting two roots basically, plus or minus I, sum is 0, product is I equal to minus y equals to 1. So 4 into alpha square plus beta square. Understood?
understood, sir.
Okay. This one, a plus 5b equals to 42. A and b are natural numbers. Okay. A and b are natural numbers. So that means what are sets that are possible? If b is 1, a is 5 ones plus 37. B is 2, a should be 32. B is 3, a should be 27. Like this, right?
Yes, sir.
B can go up to 8. 5 8 is 40 and a will be 2. Right? B can be 1, 2, 3, 4 up to 8. A will be correspondingly some 8 other numbers. Agree, ma?
Hmm.
So that means there are m 8
Yes, sir.
pairs. What is m? M elements is 8 pairs of a and b. Right? M is 8. Agree?
Yeah.
Agree. Now, sigma of 1 to m, 1 minus I power n factorial. Okay? N equals to 1 to n. What does this mean? This means 1 minus I power 1 factorial plus 1 minus I power 2 factorial plus 1 minus I power 3 factorial like this. Right? Like this. 1 I power 1 factorial, 2 factorial, 3 factorial up to 8 factorial. Right?
Yes, sir.
Agreed. But we know 4 I power 4 equals to 1. Right?
Yeah.
I power 4 equals to 1. I power 4 factorial means I power 4 into something. Right? That should be equals to 1 power something which is equal to 1. Right? Similarly, I
Yeah.
power 5 factorial is also is a multiple of I power 4 power something, right? This is also equals to 1, right? Understood?
Yeah.
So I power 4, I power 5, I power 6 factorial, 7 factorial, 8 factorial, and all those factorials starting from 4 factorial should be equal to 1, right?
After 4, everything is 1.
After 4, everything should be 1. That means this summation 1 minus 1 will become 0 after 4. Okay, this is for
Okay,
4,
sir.
5, 6, 7, 8, all of these are 0. And before 4, 1 I power, 1 factorial is I power 1, which is this one. 2 factorial is I square equals to I square equals to minus 1, this one. And 3 factorial is 3 into 2 is 6 I power 6. I power 6. These three we will evaluate. Okay? Yeah,
Okay, sir.
if this one we evaluate, then we are getting 5 minus I. This should be equal to x plus iy. So you know what is x, you know what is y, you know what is m, right? That is what he is asking. What is m plus x plus y? Okay, ma?
Oh, yes, sir.
Very easy and enough.
Yes, sir. It's easy to understand.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, hey, again here, z by z. This is purely imaginary. You will rationalize or you will multiply with its conjugate, right? You will
And then
pick the
equate real
real
part
part
to 0.
and equate it to 0. Okay, what is the real part? This one. This one should be equal to 0. Numerator should be equal to 0. Cos square equals to half. And then we have to figure out theta between minus pi and 2 pi, right? Basically, this
Hmm.
angle, uh, this angle, this angle, this angle, this angle, right? Minus pi by 4 is this one. Minus 3 pi by 4 is this one, pi by 4 and 3 pi by 4, again 5 pi by 4 and again 7 pi by 4, right? These all angles. Understood?
Hmm.
Like we did earlier, right? Earlier we did between 0 and 2 pi. Now it is between minus pi and 2 pi. So that's how we got these two extra. Understood?
Okay, sir.
We had done earlier this one, right? Sine square equals to sine square theta equals to half. We got these four. Now we are getting these two also extra. Okay, ma?
Okay, sir.
Okay, so Z is set of these complex numbers such that this is real. Okay, and this one belongs to S. That means Z is of this format, alpha minus 13 by 11i. Okay?
Okay, sir.
Okay. So z we can write it like this, right? We are just simplifying it like this. Okay? Z we can write it like this. Agree?
So this is after rationalizing, yeah?
No, 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 not rationalizing, just simplifying this one. So this one we are trying to write it as minus 2i, right?
Sir, I have to go.
Oh, okay, okay, cool, cool. So what we do, we'll stop here. Okay, man. You stop here.
Okay, sir.
Just try to finish off this till slide number 12,
Sure,
or
sir.
at least
Thank you,
11.
sir.
Whatever we have discussed, redo all of this. Okay.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
We'll connect tomorrow 12:30. Sorry, 2:30 or 3:30.
Yeah. Yeah.
2:30,
Yes, sir.
no?
Tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That is fine. Tomorrow is fine.
Okay. Take care then. Bye bye.
Bye, sir.
Thank you, sir. Bye, sir. Have a nice day.